Hi, good afternoon. This is Prashant from LeadSquared. Welcome to this webinar on deep dive into LeadSquared, where we are going to talk about the key features of LeadSquared today. Thank you for joining. In case anybody is unable to hear me, please let me know. You can chat with me or just raise your hand. If I can do something about it, I'll try to do. So the webinar today is about understanding LeadSquared in detail, understanding some of the very important features, key features of LeadSquared that help in lead generation, lead capture, lead engaging the leads and nurturing them with the objective of making them sales ready. So today I'll be taking the demo and I have Sudhakar Gurti with me, who's co-founder and chief product officer of LeadSquared. So he basically defines the product vision and he heads the engineering team that builds LeadSquared. So he'll help me out in answering the questions. So he will be there mostly on the question panel window, and whatever questions you are raising, he'll take up most of the questions. I'm also co-founder of LeadSquared and I head the customer success team. So I'm responsible for ensuring that all customers who are using LeadSquared are successful in their marketing and lead generation objectives. So what you will learn from this webinar today, so we'll be focusing on 7 key areas of LeadSquared. So first is how can you customize LeadSquared to align with your business needs. The second is how you can capture, manage and track the leads. The third is that how you can segment the leads based on their demographic information and their behavior. The fourth is how you can do beautiful looking email campaigns in a matter of minutes using LeadSquared, how you can send email campaigns to a number of people and then analyze the results. The fifth is about how you can effectively use the landing page feature of LeadSquared to build conversion optimized landing pages. And we have something called habits framework in LeadSquared, and I'll talk a bit about that. So how the habits framework can help you in creating landing pages that convert. Then we'll look at some important reports of LeadSquared. For example, the email campaign performance report, the landing page performance report, the inside sales user performance report, the dashboard. So these are the main items that we'll cover today. So let me straight away jump to the demo of LeadSquared. So let me go to my browser. So I hope everybody can see my browser window. So I have opened LeadSquared in a Chrome browser. And this is the view that you see after you log into LeadSquared. So you see this dashboard. I'll come to dashboard later because it will make more sense when I explain about the other modules. So the 4 key features or modules of LeadSquared are lead management, list management, and email campaigns and landing pages. So you can see them as part of the sub menu of the top menu. Then there are some reports as part of analytics. So let's go to manage leads and look at the lead management piece first. So over here you see the list of all the leads in a grid view which are captured by the business. So this particular data, the data that you see is our own data. So we use LeadSquared for our own lead generation and marketing activities, and the data that you see is real production data. So these are our leads. So these are the leads who are interested in buying LeadSquared. So you see there are around 6,700 plus leads in the system, and all the leads are shown in the grid view. So one of the important things to understand is that how the leads are added to LeadSquared. So how the leads are captured. So there are different ways. One is to quickly add a lead from here using the quick add lead form. The other is to import the leads. Then you can add leads through landing pages. Then you can also add leads if you're sending emails from Outlook. So before we go into adding leads, let me just talk about how you can customize LeadSquared to suit your own needs. So for example, right now over here you see the lead name, the company name, the lead score, grade, stage. These are lead fields. And if you look at this add new lead detail form, you will see many more fields of the lead. For example, website, company, lead source, mobile number. All these are fields of lead. But if you happen to be a business that has some fields which are not here, then you can use our custom fields module to add your own lead fields. So let me take you to custom fields. So you can see this manage custom fields over here. So this will show you all the lead fields which are available, which are provided by default, and also which have been customized, already customized. So for example, on this page you see these three fields, Sandem, team size, business type, Google AdWords details, webinar notes. So these are the fields that we have created for ourselves. So the way you create a custom field is you go over here and say create custom field, and there you can define what is the display name of the field. So whatever, for example, you want to say university, so that will be the display name. Where should be the field in the lead section? So let me show you by example. So let me keep this add new lead form open. So there are three sections of the lead data: lead details, company details, and additional detail. So this particular setting will tell you where should be the field placed, whether it should be on this form or on this tab or on this tab. So you can decide that. Then you can select the data input type, whether it's a text field or a number field or email kind of field, website, date, or a drop-down kind of field, or a Boolean field. So we are supporting these important types of fields in LeadSquared. So you can create, for example, you can create, say, a drop-down field which has months of the year. You may have a drop-down field, for example, Jan, Feb, March, etc. So you can create such kind of field. Or you can create a field, say, a date type of field, which may represent the date of birth of the lead or anniversary of the lead. So these, so you can do that. You can also specify. So once you specify these details, you can do some more settings, whether you want to show the field in import while you're importing data, whether you want to show the field in quick add. So if you select this option, what will happen is that in this quick add lead form, you will start seeing the field. So that particular field will appear on this form. So you can customize this lead capture form by just doing a simple setting in custom fields. You can also make it mandatory. You can select an option to show in quick search. So if you do that quick search, you'll be able to search on that field in this particular text box. So it will make it searchable by default. So this is how you create a custom field. So let me show you an example that I have already. For example, so we conduct these webinars, and after the webinars, we import the data of the attendees and people who've registered in LeadSquared. So I've created a field called webinar notes, so that I can put which webinar has been attended by the particular lead. So if you see this field, this is a simple text field. So webinar notes, it's in additional details. So you will see this field in additional details over here on the lead capture form. Over here you see this field, and this is the text field, and maximum length 256, show in import. So let me just change it, make it webinar comments instead of notes. So I've saved that, and if I would load this form again, it should show me the change field. So you can see webinar comments is the field name now. So now I have a custom field that was created earlier. I have just updated it, and if I want to import or add the leads of the people who registered one of the previous webinars, so I've created a CSV file here that can be imported. So if I open this file, you will see this is the file that I get from GoToWebinar. So of the people, first name, last name, email address, registration date, phone number, and company and job title. So I'll try to import it, and since I know that these people have attended a particular webinar, I will just create a column, say webinar comments, and this webinar was Google AdWords webinar. So let me just put this AdWords over here as the comment. So let me drag it so that it's available with all the records. So done that, I'm saving it. I have saved it. Let me close this file. So So it got saved. And now let me come back to LeadSquared again. So to import these leads, I'll go over here. I'll select the file. So the CSV file. Next. So it will try to map the fields in the CSV with the fields in LeadSquared. So it mapped email with email, first name with first name, job title with job title, last name with last name. Organization could not be mapped because we have field called company, so we'll map that. Phone number, registration date is not important for me. Webinar comments with webinar comments. So I say next. So it's taking me to a place where I can define what kind of duplication rule I want, whether I want to ignore or override duplicates. So I'll choose override because some of these people might already be leads in the system. So I have chosen override duplicates, and I can select who's the lead owner for all these leads. I can add all the leads to a list. Say I'll say list of leads from webinar on AdWords, and then I can select a lead source. I can say webinar is the lead source. Then I'm updating this data, and I'll say next. So the leads are modified. So the 120 leads are modified. Now if I go to manage leads, you will see that the leads have been, so you see my name because the leads have been imported in my name, and they have been just updated. So if I select on a particular lead, it will open lead details. So this list is not a lead which is imported because the source is not webinar. Let me just select a lead which has a source of webinar. So probably we can go to the list that we created. So I'll instead of going to leads, I'll go to the list. So this is the list of leads from webinar. So this is the webinar, the lead source. And you can see webinar comment as AdWords. So that has been, this lead has been updated. So this was already in the system, like lead age is 6 days. So it was updated with this particular information. So this is how you can actually create a custom field, then use that field in import to import your own data. So another way of customization is that, for example, I had to come here, click on the lead to get the webinar notes. What I can do is that instead of going into lead details, I can customize the view of the grid itself. So LeadSquared provides an option to select the columns that you want to see on this particular screen. So if I don't want to select a particular field, I'll just deselect that. For example, I don't want deal grade. I don't want, say, last notable activity date. Instead, I want to see, say, webinar comments. So it will show me. So you can see this, all the leads, AdWords in the lead management page. You can see all the leads. So these are the leads which were imported. And now the columns are webinar comments, lead stage is gone, last activity date is gone. So this is how you customize the lead fields. This is how you customize the view of the grid in LeadSquared. So I showed you how to capture the leads using import, how to customize the leads, how to capture the leads. Another way is to quickly add the leads. So that's, I think, obvious. I would not go into details of that. Another interesting way is to capture using web-based lead capture forms or what we call landing pages. So for example, I have opened some landing pages. So this is one of the landing pages which is linked at our website. So if anybody puts the information there, that lead is created in LeadSquared. So let me just put, submit a lead, say webinar lead, first name, last name, webinar dot lead at, I'm just giving a fictitious ID, millionaire.com, LeadSquared. So this is a lead that, so I'm submitting the data, and in a minute it will start appearing as a lead in LeadSquared. We'll be able to see a new lead in LeadSquared in Manage Leads page over here, and that lead will be appearing on top. So you see this thank you message after the sign up. So in some time the lead will come. So that's another way of capturing lead. So this is our example. Here is a website of one of our customers, Crack IT JE. So they are using LeadSquared. Landing pages, for example, this form, whenever submits, anybody submits the lead over here, that lead is captured in their instance of LeadSquared. Then there is one more way. If you happen to use Outlook, you can deploy our Outlook plugin, and you will see this button, send from LeadSquared, if you install Outlook plugin. So if you send an email to anybody and use this button, send from LeadSquared, so the lead will be created in LeadSquared, and the email will be recorded as an activity against the lead. Similarly, if you receive an email from someone, you can say track in LeadSquared. You can say positive response to email or negative response, and that lead will get added to LeadSquared, and the email will be recorded. So that's one more way of capturing leads in LeadSquared. Then if these ways do not satisfy your needs, we also have APIs. So you can invoke our APIs to add leads in LeadSquared. So example could be that if people are chatting with you on your website, and from there you want to create a lead, then you can use our API. Or you have a custom business application where you are collecting the leads, then you can, and you want the leads to get added in LeadSquared, you can use the API. So there are multiple ways in you can capture the lead, and we basically support all possible ways in which a lead can come to a LeadSquared system. So once the lead is there, so far I covered up about customizing LeadSquared and adding lead to LeadSquared. So after you have lead, what all you can do with the lead. So let me just click on the lead and show you, what all information can be captured. For example, let's click on Abhishek Kumar. It will show you the lead details. It tells me the name, the designation, company, etc., phone number, location. It tells me the lead stage. So lead stage it represents where the lead is in the marketing or sales funnel. So whether the lead is a suspect or a prospect or an opportunity or a disqualified or a customer. So you can customize LeadSquared to define these stages, and and associate every lead with one of the stages. So I know that this is prospect, and there's something called lead score. So I can see that he has a lead score of 48. So what we do is that there may be multiple interactions with the lead that you have. Some online interactions, some offline interactions. For example, when you send emails to lead, they may open it, they may click a link in the email, or you may call the lead. So these are important interactions, and you want to record them. So some of these interactions are automatically recorded if you use LeadSquared to, for example, send emails. And some may be offline, which you will manually record in LeadSquared. So based on these interactions, we associate a lead score with every activity. For example, email open has a score of 1. Link click has a score of 2. So you see that this person has opened email, a score of 1, link click score of 2 is associated. So as and when the interactions happen, this score keeps adding up, and we get a total score, which we call lead score. The way it helps you is that you can separate important leads from not so important leads. Basically, you can, at one point of time, you'll be able to realize that all the leads that have a score of, say, 200 or 300, they are important for you. So till that time, you're just nurturing them, but as soon as the score crosses a threshold of 200 or 300, then they become more important for you. So the way lead scoring can be set up, let me quickly show you that in settings we have something called lead scoring. So here you can define your scores, score of say 1, 2, for link click 2, if somebody unsubscribes, that a bad event score of -500, website visit 3, landing page submission score of 25. So everybody can customize the lead scoring that will be possible with their instance of LeadSquared. Then if there may be custom scoring also. So you can, for example, define your own custom scores. You can add a notable activity and define the score and save it. So this is the place where you define the customer notable activities. So let's come back to lead details. So you can, so we briefly touched about what is lead stages, how you can set up the scores. If you have people who call leads, so you can, for example, you define a customer activity, you can say that I had a positive phone call with the lead. So that activity will be recorded with the lead. After that phone call, if you want to say create a task that I have to follow up with the lead, you can create a task that you have to follow up with say Abhishek Kumar on so and so date and so time. Remind me 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour before. And if you want to assign this task to one of your team members, then you can do that. You can assign it to anybody else in your organization, in your team. So once you create the task, when the task is due, you will receive an email, a reminder email before whatever time you've configured for. And once you log into LeadSquared, you will see that task pending over here in the task bar. So you can see I have 5 pending tasks over here, and it's showing me the task for today, all the tasks. And if I say click view all tasks, I go to my task page and I can see, let's just select all today's tasks. So for example, there's a task that I had to send a webinar reminder. So this task is already over. I have to give a landing page demo. I have to review Google AdWords campaigns. So all these tasks. So there are some tasks which are associated with the lead. There are tasks which are not associated. So everything is visible over here. So once you are done, you can say mark complete, or you can change also. You can edit and reschedule the task. So it's possible from the task page. It's possible from the lead page also. So you see activity history, all the history of interaction with the lead. You see you can create tasks. The tasks that are created will be visible over here. You can also see the social profile if it's available. So normally for business email IDs, the profile is not available, but I'll show you another ID, like a Gmail kind of ID for which social profile will be available. So you get the entire demographic information of the lead. You get the entire activity history of the lead. So you can make a decision about pursuing the lead by looking at lead details, based on the lead stage, the lead score, and the activity history of the lead. So let me go back to manage leads. So in manage leads, so apart from looking at lead details, you can do a number of quick things: editing, adding a task from here, sending a one-to-one email. If you don't want to use the email campaign route, you can send a one-to-one email from here. So that's possible by selecting one lead or multiple leads. You can add leads to list, you can change owners, all that is possible here. You can search, you can do advanced search. For example, if you just want to see all the leads whose lead score is more than say 25, then you can do that. You can search from here. So I get all the leads with the lead score more than 25. So these are a bunch of things which are available on this page. Then you can export leads. You can you'll receive an email with the CSV file, link to download the CSV file if you choose this option. So these are different items or actions that you can do on the leads. You can filter the leads. If you want to see just the leads which are in opportunity stage, you can do that filtering. Based on that, you can select the lead owner and do the filtering. So a number of ways in which will help you to focus on the leads which are important for you. Let me move ahead in the presentation. So far we spoke just about customizing LeadSquared, about adding leads in LeadSquared. So now let's talk about segmenting the leads. So once you have leads in the system, you cannot work on all the leads. You cannot give the same attention to all the leads. So you'd want to segment the leads based on either their demographic information or firmographic information, or based on their behavior. So how do you do that? So we have a feature called manage list. So using manage list, you can create a list of leads based on a filter criteria. So you say create new list. So for example, if I want to have a list of all the leads which are say in the stage of opportunity, or say opportunity, and I also want to just focus on leads which have high lead score. So I'll say within the opportunity list of leads where lead score is say more than or at least 50 kind of lead score. So search leads. So I got 20 leads. I can save them as a static list or a dynamic list. So if I save as static, it will have 20 leads, which we got just now. If I save as dynamic list, then if any other leads is there in the system that comes to opportunity stage and the lead score is more than 50, it will automatically get added to the list. So that's the distinction between static and dynamic. Static remains fixed and dynamic keeps changing based on the leads which are matching the filter criteria. So let me save this as a static list. So this is the list. I saved that list. So you can see this list appearing over here. So it is saved. So this was an example of lead grouping or creation of list using a criteria, a demographic kind of criteria. But if you also want to say, I want all the leads which have come from a particular landing page. So you can do that. You can select landing page is. So you can select any landing page. So you will get all the leads and then you can save them as a list again. So you can create list based on who the lead is, meaning demographic criteria, and what the lead has been doing, meaning whether they have been submitting on landing page, whether they have been opening your email campaigns or not. So that's possible. So once you have leads and lists in the place, you are good to go for email campaigns. So let's go to email campaigns feature and see how email campaigns can be done fairly quickly in LeadSquared. You go to say create email campaign. So you can either use a template or you can copy from already sent email campaigns, or you can use a blank HTML editor or a blank text editor. So this is one way. Another way is to directly go to email campaigns page and just clone an already sent campaign. So this is how I do email campaigns in LeadSquared. So for example, the people who would have received email campaign from me for the webinar invite or from my colleagues. So the way I do it is that I just go and filter the campaigns done by me. So I see this. So and then I say clone. So email campaign is cloned. Now I have this email campaign which is cloned. I'll open it. So this is already open to be edited. So here I can specify from whose ID the email should go. So you would have noticed that you receive the email ID from probably from the same person every time. So those are lead owners of the leads. So you can either select a lead owner or a specific person. If I want everybody to receive email from my ID, I will select this one. Then I can specify the subject of the email. In subject, if I want people to receive, see their say first name as like say Prashant, webinar invitation kind of thing, then you can do that. You can basically personalize the email subject. So just put the cursor in the subject and use these fields on the right to select the right email personalization field. Then you can define the email content. So this is an HTML editor where you can put HTML text, you can hyperlink, you can put images, etc. So all that is possible over here. So if you prefer to directly copy paste say HTML, you can do that. You can this option source and you will see HTML, you can directly edit it. Before sending, if you want to do a preview, you can use this option how the email will look. The preview option. See these are hyperlinks. So the way you can set up hyperlinks is select a text and say link. So this is a link of GoToWebinar. So bunch of formatting options are there. I'm sure most of you would be familiar with HTML editing, HTML editor. So I will not go into details of this. So you need to basically draft the email message. You can use the fields on the right to personalize. For example, this lead first name. So everybody when the email goes, this will be replaced by the first name of the lead in question. And also you see this field, the sender signature. So this will be replaced by the signature of the sender. So right now I am the sender, so it will be replaced by my signature. So once you have done with drafting, you need to send a test email using this option, send test email message. And after that, you can proceed to next step. So that the step to send test email is basically for you to get email in one of the email clients that you have, for example, Outlook or Gmail, and see there if the email renders well or not. So sometimes there might be some formatting issues. Sometimes if you have images, they may be blocked. So you need to see how the email is actually rendering in the email client. So that's why we provide this test email send test message option. So after you have composed the message, the next step is to select the recipients. Here you can select the list of leads. So I showed you how to create a list in list management when we were here in manage list. So those lists are available to be selected here. You can add multiple list of leads. So for example, we have a master newsletter list. That's the main list to which we send email. And then we specify separation lists. So over here you can see that there are separation lists that for some digital marketing agencies in Australia. For this webinar was mostly in the context of Indian leads that we have. So list of leads where the country is USA. Do not email list. So this is not required to be specified because LeadSquared automatically take care of not sending emails to people who have already opted out of the email campaigns. Then all leads with Yahoo email ID. So what we have seen in the past that the number of spam reports from Yahoo IDs is more. So that's why we are a little sensitive about sending emails to Yahoo, to people with Yahoo email IDs. So these are part of separation list. So any lead which is part of this list and also part of this newsletter list will not receive the email. So that's the purpose of separation list. So once you've specified the list, you go to next step, and here you review your list, how many people will receive. So you can see here recipient list has 6,700 people. These people are excluded. So there are net 4,300 people approximately. This is the email message that people will receive. This is the text version of email that people will receive in case the HTML is not rendered. So you review it, then you go to next step to schedule the email campaign or send it immediately. So you can schedule for any future date. So let me choose a date. This is a test email campaign, so I don't want to send it. I'll choose a very late date, 2019, say schedule. So now you see that this email campaign has been scheduled for 1st July 2019. And once the campaign is sent, you will see that in sent state. So all the sent state campaigns have already been delivered. So, and then you can see the delivery report. If you click on, for example, this one. So it was sent to 125 people, 100% delivered. Open rate is 30%, click rate is 14.4%. So if they were bounced, they will appear over here. You can see how many people have, there were 2 links in the email, how many people have clicked on which links. And then you see all the lists of leads who have either opened or clicked the links. So this is the grid where you see all the leads which have engaged with your email campaign. If you want, you can export the leads in CSV and work on them offline. Then you'll also see if there were any unsubscribes, if there were any bounce reports or spam reports. So this is the email campaign performance report. Let me show you another report that will have a lot more data. So for example, this one, the reminder that I sent this morning of this particular webinar. So this was sent to 4,316 people. I see open click rate. I see how many people have clicked. So 85 people actually clicked on the webinar invitation link. How many people, some of you might see your own name over here. So this is the report. And I also have some bounces in this, 5 bounces are there in this email campaign. So that's about email campaign. It's a very simple, very intuitive workflow where you can do an email campaign in 5 easy steps. Now let me go to the next important piece, which is landing pages. So So if anybody is not aware about the concept of landing pages, let me take a minute in explaining it. So landing pages are special purpose single page websites which are typically part of your domain, which are meant to market a particular offer and capture the leads, entice the leads and capture their details through a lead capture form. So these are different from normal website pages in the way that they normally don't have any corporate information, they don't have any links. They focus on only one particular offer, and the intent is to convert the visitor to a lead by attracting the visitor to submit its details. So how do you create landing page in LeadSquared? You come to marketing landing pages, you say create landing pages. So there are a bunch of templates available. You can browse for templates. So there is a template library available to all the customers of LeadSquared, where we have put templates for several industries. You can see, for example, if you preview this template, this is for network security kind of company. If you see this template, this is for education company. So there are a number of templates, and you can also search by industry. For example, if I just want to see templates from education industry, I can see all of them. So you select the templates and add them into your instance of LeadSquared. So you select from here and you say add selected templates, so it will come in your instance of LeadSquared. Once you do that, you will see the templates over here, and then you can choose any of those templates as the starting point, or you can start with a blank template also, so which will not have any graphics, any form. You can start with that also. So let me go to next page, where let's select this particular template and give it a name. Say network security offer, and let's go to next step, which will open the landing page designer. So this is our landing page designer, where you can pretty much change this entire page without doing any HTML coding, and create your own landing page. So let me do a full screen of this particular page. So this is the designer window. Over here you see multiple options. You see that you can add blocks. So there are three fundamental blocks in landing pages, what we call HTML blocks. So this is an HTML block, for example. So this particular text, build your trusted security, this is an HTML block. So this is HTML block, this is an HTML block, this image is an HTML block, because all this is HTML content. So for example, this image, if you want to replace, you can change it from here. So there are HTML block, then there's form block, which will allow you to customize the form, which will allow you to edit the form. For example, if you don't want, say, phone number in the form, you can remove that. If you want, say, company in the form, you can put that. You can change the color, the label, the text color. Bunch of options are available. If you want to make a form field as a hidden field, you can specify over here. You can change the label of the fields. So this particular interface will help you in creating a customized lead capture form. So you can do that. Then there is there is HTML block, there is form block, there is media block. So for example, if you prefer to have a video instead of an image, you can use the media block. So you say add media block. So just you got the block, place it wherever you want, and you can then just go to, say, your media, your video. So I have already opened a video on YouTube for network security. I searched network security, opened this video. So any video that is embeddable, and normally all YouTube videos are embeddable. So you will see this copy embed code over here if you right click. So you just select that copy embed code, come back to your landing page designer, double click this media block and paste it and save. So now you see that this, and if I see preview now of this page, it will show me that the video is embedded. The video is embedded. So it's that simple, that embedding a video which about your company, which is already available, say, on YouTube. So you can put that. So similarly, you can in HTML block, you can customize this content. All this content can be changed. You can customize this form. You can customize this, and If you want to specify your own height and width for the blocks, you can do that. If you want to specify height and width for the page, you can do that. You can put a background image for the page or a block. So all the options which will help you in creating a page that is beautiful looking, that helps in conversion, and that has a powerful lead capture form. So we have something called habits framework to create conversion optimized landing pages, and if you just remember the word habit, then it will help you in creating such a page. So let me just go back to presentation for a minute and show you what the habit framework is all about. Yeah, so this is what we call habits framework, where H stands for the headline or the tagline. So in the landing page, this is the headline: build your network, your trusted security network instantly on cloud. So this is the headline. It should be short and to the point. Then action, A for action or call to action. So what action you want the person to, whether you want to create his account, whether you want to download a document or just sign up. So that's called action or call to action. Then the benefits that you are offering on the benefits of a marketing offer. So what are the benefits? So if you come here, you see these are the benefits described. So headline, then action, then benefits, that's there. Then image or video, so we embedded the video, you saw that. And then trust or testimonial, so space for trust or testimonial is available over here. And then S is for speed or urgency, which is kind of optional. So which basically, if you want to put an offer that it's a limited time offer, limited quantity offer, then you can use that option. So these are 6 elements that will help you in creating conversion optimized landing pages. If you put a good headline, if you have the right CTA that matches with your offer, description of value in your benefits, and having a good quality image or video, and putting customer testimonial, and having some element of speed or urgency. So that will help you in creating conversion optimized landing page. And all the landing pages templates that you see in LeadSquared, they are designed keeping this principle in mind. So coming back to designing of landing page, once you are done with say designing part, you can go to the next step. Let me close full screen, come back to the editor, say let's go to next step, and over here you can define. So first step is to design build the landing page that we did. Second is to specify, or in this flow, this is the third step, to specify what happens when a lead submits on the landing page, whether you want to just show a thank you message, or you want to redirect the person to a URL, or you want him to download a document. So all these 3 options are available. Then you can also specify if you want to configure an autoresponder email to the lead, that when the form submission happens, then an email is automatically sent. So from whom, what is the subject, and you can customize this email. So you can configure autoresponder. Then you can also configure an internal notification, so which will come to the people within your organization. You can configure who are the people who would receive this notification. You can specify that. So whenever a submission happens, that an email will come to you, come to the people who are specified there. You can assign all the leads coming from the landing page to a particular individual in your organization. You can add them to a particular list so that you can do an email campaign on that list later, and put a custom lead scoring. Also, you can embed some kind of script like Google Analytics script if you want to track the landing page views in some other place as well. So once you define this, you go to next step. So let me change option so that I don't get this message. So the next step is about specifying the SEO options. What's the page title, what's the URL of the landing page, what's the meta description, what is the SEO behavior in terms of indexing. So these 4 things basically determine how Google is going to treat your landing page in terms of presenting it to the search results as part of the organic search queries. So you specify these options, and then you go to next step, where you can review the content and the actions of the landing page. If you want to preview once more, you can do that. You can see how the page will look like, and then you can just say publish. So once you publish the landing page, it will be published within your subdomain. So right now you'll see it's published in pages.leadsquared.com / the name of the landing page. So if you are a LeadSquared customer, it can be published in say pages.yourdomainname.com / network security offer. So once it's published, now you can go and see in the landing pages grid that landing page will appear. So once the landing page is published, you can click on that in the grid and you will be able to see the reports of the landing page. So let me show you, a sample report. I'm opening a landing page which has high number of views. So this is one of the reports. You see that there have been 3,500 plus visits on the landing page, close to 19% conversion, and that amounts to 655 submissions, and out of that 555 unique leads have come to the system. And you can see that these are the leads, all the leads in the grid. So these are leads that have come in last 30 days. So right now this view, the top view is the total view of from the date the page was published till date, and the bottom is last 30 days, or you can select a time frame. So in last 30 days, what has been the data? There has been 33 submissions out of 336 visits, and those 33 leads are here. You can see that. Within that, which have been the prominent sources. So for example, pay-per-click has been the top source. So in pay-per-click, if you see keyword, so these are the keywords that people have used to visit our landing page. Then direct traffic, how many leads, social media. So from social media, which leads, from organic search. In organic search also, you'll see the keywords, what people are actually typing as part of organic search. You'll see that. So this landing page will give you the information about number of views, number of submissions, then source wise. So it will tell you which are the sources that are helping you in terms of conversion. So we also have a lead source report that will help. So I'll come to that later. So that also gives you additional insights into which lead sources, which are the lead sources that are effective. So let me go back to landing pages. So for all the published landing pages, there are a bunch of options available. For example, this one I published. So you can clone that, you can unpublish, you can see the report, see the summary, rename the landing page. So two interesting options are there: embed and export from HTML. So this embed is like embedding a YouTube video in your landing page. Similarly, if you want to embed our landing page in your website, you can use this option. So if you just design a landing page, it can be as simple as a form. It can be just a form, and if you want to embed that form in say a contact us form of your website, then you can do that. So for example, if I have that site open, Crack IIT-JEE, so they have just used this form. So this is just the form. They have not designed a full landing page. They have just used this form in their website. So you can, I mean, you don't need to design full landing page. You can just integrate the form using this option: export embed landing page or export from HTML. Both will give you similar result. There is subtle difference between the two. So I mean, people who want to know more can contact me. I'll let them know what is the difference. Yeah, so that was about lead management, list management, email campaigns, and landing pages. Let's look at some reports very quickly. I spoke about lead source report. So this is the place where you see the lead source report. This will give you distribution of all the leads across lead sources. So here I see that in last 30 days, my company added 2,113 leads. Out of that, 704 came from email marketing. So which is the most effective source for me in last 30 days. Then the social media. And if I go inside social media, it will give me the breakup, social media wise breakup of the leads. For example, I know that from Facebook, these leads have come. So further drill down, I'll see all the leads, from Facebook. So these are all the leads which have come from Facebook. Similarly, I can drill down within, say, pay-per-click ads. So here you will see that from which keyword how many leads are coming. So this is very helpful for people who are actually bidding on Google AdWords keywords. So this will tell you which are the keywords that are really helping. and so that you can go back and configure your Google AdWords to not to bid on the keywords which are not working, or put some negative keywords using which people are coming but not converting. So this will give you that kind of insight. So keyword wise breakup of, for example, using landing page, how many people have come in last 30 days. So that so those leads are there. So this is the lead source report. Then there is an interesting report for user performance. So typically in a company, when you collect leads, you will be talking to people. You will you'll have inside sales rep or sales rep who will be making call to people who will be doing outbound marketing activities. So using LeadSquared, they can record their outbound marketing activities, and then each of the individual can be tracked. For example, I have 4 people over here, and I can see that how many emails they have sent, how many phone calls, neutral phone calls they have made in this month, how many positive phone calls. And if I go into, if I say drill down in a particular, for a particular sales rep, I will see the detailed view of the leads assigned to the person. So this particular sales rep has 1602 leads assigned to her. Out of that, 10 have converted to customer, 4 demo happened, 3 not yet disqualified. So stage-wise view of the lead, then activity-wise view of the lead. So of the data of outbound marketing activities. So how many emails she has sent, how many phone calls she has made, so all that is available. And I also know that normally she takes around 14 hours, 59 minutes to contact the lead from the time it's assigned. So for different companies, it would be different, and you may have a metric inside your company that as soon as the lead is assigned, so after the lead is assigned within 1 business day, the lead should be contacted. Using this particular report, you can track that. And you can also see which people have been sent email, what is the subject of the email. If there has been a positive phone call, then what is the notes, what are the notes of the phone call. So all the data in terms of tracking the performance of the lead and seeing what they have been doing with the lead, that is captured in this user performance report. Then you have some reports that you can subscribe to. So all users of LeadSquared can subscribe to some reports which are available in My Accounts, settings, report subscriptions. So you can see a number of reports, a daily report, status report, visitor report. So there are a bunch of reports. So some of the reports that, and these reports come to you by email. So I can show you some of the reports which I've already opened. This is daily website visitor report that you see, that will give you the traffic, your website traffic, what kind of keywords people are using when they come to your website, from which places people are coming to your website, then what have been the top referral sources from which people are coming to your website. So this report captures that. Then you also receive daily lead digest. So all the leads, new leads in the system, and all the active leads in the system, whatever from the leads that you have. So same reports comes as a weekly summary. You get a weekly summary of the website visit. You also get weekly summary of your leads and lead activities. So this is also available. And you also get a daily task report if there are tasks pending in your name. So for tomorrow, then in the morning you will get a daily task report that these are tasks which are pending in your name. So these are some reports. So this information can also be seen, what is the current state, in dashboard. So I told you that I'll come to dashboard later. So this is now I think the dashboard will make sense to you. So you can see the lead growth in a given time frame. By default, it's last 7 days. And you can see, if you want, you can filter stage wise that out of these leads, how many are prospect, what is the growth of prospects, what is the growth of leads in opportunity stage. You can do that. Then you can see the source wise distribution, all the 471 leads, new leads in the last 7 days. You can see the landing pages which have been published in the last 7 days, what has been the conversion rate, etc., and the email campaigns which have been done in the last 7 days. And on the right, you see as of now which are the top active leads and which are the top new leads in the system. So this is so this is about dashboard, and I think that was the last piece of the demo and webinar. So let me pause again for questions. I think we are already close to the the time, the 3:31 hour time. But we are going to hang around for all the questions. So if you have any questions, we'll stay back and make sure that we answer all the questions. So I am pausing now. Feel free to put your questions in the question panel. If you want to speak up, raise your hand. I'll put you on unmute and then you'll be able to talk. So I'm looking at the questions panel now. I think Sudhakar has helped me a lot. He has answered all the questions. So Hema, I'll just read your questions. So you want to know how the YouTube video is embedded, right, Hema? So let me just go back to the demo and show that again. So let's go to landing pages. And this was the page that we published. Let me unpublish it. So it's offline now. And I can now edit it. So I go to in build landing page. So this was the media block where I embedded the YouTube video. Let me delete it so that I can show you again. Say delete this block. I can add a media block from here. This button, this icon is for add media block. So I put it here, I position it, and now I go to YouTube. So if you play any video on YouTube, you'll be able to see this. Right click, you can see copy embed code. So just select this option, come back to LeadSquared in the media block, double click the media block, paste that and say save. So now if you do preview, you can see that the media media is already embedded. So this is how you embed a YouTube video. So same thing applies for embedding a slide share presentation or any other video which is hosted by a platform that allows embedding of that video in other applications. So I hope I have answered your question, Hema. Okay, any other questions, guys? So Dharmendra has a question, how we can embed landing page on our web page. Okay, so let me show you that. Let's go to the landing pages module, marketing landing pages. So for the published landing pages, you will see this option, embed and export from HTML. If you do embed, you will receive an iframe code. So this code you need to put in the place where you want to embed the landing page. For example, if it's only form only landing page, basically you just want to have a lead capture form from which the lead comes to LeadSquared. So you can just design a form only landing page. So let me see if there is only, let me search if we have a form only landing page for the demo. Yeah, so there is one form only landing page. Let me show you what page is this. So for example, this is just a simple form. So I say embed, I copy this, and if I want to say put this over here on this, in this place, so in my HTML, so over here I'll put it. So if you do say inspect element, so here you see, for example, this is iframe SR says http pages.exponenteducation.com, right? So this is our code. I mean, this was taken by doing this embed code, what I just did on the landing page. So if you see, this code is very similar to what what I showed you. So this code is very similar to what I'll get here. iframe name equal to LeadSquared landing page name. So this is the name. SRC is pages.leadsquared.com, etc., etc. Right? So you just do embed, so this basically embeds an iframe. So this is an iframe code. Other option is export from HTML. So you can do that. You can then put the entire HTML within your web page. So in this case, you will have to apply the style sheet yourself. So the difference between the two is that if you embed iframe, you will get the look and feel of the landing page that you've designed. For example, this color, look and feel will be maintained. If you use the export form HTML, this will not be maintained. You will just get the field name and the field, and you will have to align it and put the colors by using your own style sheet. So I hope your question is answered, Dharmendra. So Radhakrishnan has a question, what about the leads collected offline? So Radhakrishnan, if you followed the initial part of the webinar, you can import leads, you can add leads manually. So if you are collecting leads offline, the best way is to actually, for example, if you are collecting leads, you have salespeople who call and collect leads. They would be saving in some application or in Excel sheet. You can export that data in a CSV format and then import it within LeadSquared. So that's the best way of importing leads. Another is if you have programmers in your company, then they can use our API to directly read the lead from your lead source and add the lead in LeadSquared. So both the options are available. All right, I guess there are no more questions. In case you have more questions, feel free to send them to me at prashant@leadsquared.com, and I'll be very happy to answer them. So with that, we come to the end of the webinar. I hope you guys got some insights into how LeadSquared functions in terms of lead management, lead generation, in terms of email campaigns and landing pages. If you want to know more about any particular topic, feel free to contact us. So thank you for joining this webinar, and at the end of this webinar you will receive a questionnaire with 2 questions. Feel free to answer that. And here is the slide where that captures the places you can find more about LeadSquared on our Facebook page, LinkedIn page, our blogs. Our blogs have wealth of information. Do visit that, and you'll find some interesting articles. And you can see the past webinars. So this webinar, the link of this webinar will be sent to you. Apart from that, if you want to see the recording of other webinars that we have done in the past, come to the leadsquared.com/past webinars, and also stay tuned with upcoming webinars at this particular link. Right? Okay, so with that, thanks once again, and looking forward to invite you to our future webinars. Thank you very much.